All right, gang. We're going to kick this thing off. Thanks for hanging out for orientation today. I'm going to start off by telling you all that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It's exactly how we have the program set up. You come in, do a couple of workouts for us. I know you have a lot of questions when you get started. How does it work? How many times a week should I come? How much does it cost? What happens after my 14 days is up? How does it work? Great. I'm going to answer that all today for you. So my goal for today is to do three things. To educate you on the program, okay, to motivate you to join our program. We're going to talk about that when we go over your scans. And it's to alleviate all of your questions and concerns. I understand exactly what you're going through. We've had thousands of people through our doors. I know that the first time you walk in, it probably took a while for you to even walk through the door for the first time. Probably thought about it for a while. And we thought maybe everybody was going to be in super great shape and everyone's going to judge you and that you're not quite ready for exercise and you're not sure what to expect. Hopefully, from your experience so far, that has not been the case. Our goal here, our mission is to help as many folks as possible reach their fitness and fat loss goals and do it in a warm and welcoming and inviting environment. So that's why we have you come and do a couple of workouts first and then come to the orientation, because the second part of it is I want to make sure you are committed to doing this. Okay, we get a lot of phone calls all week long. Kim answers the phone probably 10, 15 times a day. And the questions are, what's your schedule? How does it work? All the questions you guys had. And we're like, great, come on in for a workout. Come on in for a workout. A lot of folks don't show up. A lot of folks schedule a workout, they don't come in. So that's why we have you, again, come to orientation, because we know you are now interested in seeing what we have to offer. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So you guys already filled out your goal forms. That's great. What we focus on here is goal setting, because we want you to actually reach your goals. Raise your hand if you've ever tried to get into fitness before and didn't reach the goals that you thought you were going to have that first day when you signed up. Okay, I don't want that to be the case for you anymore. I want you to get there. The way to get there, a lot of times what's missing for most programs, we're going to talk about this, is actually educating you and getting you there. It's like saying that you want to make a lot of money one day, but then we don't think about how we're going to actually do it. You want to make $1 million a year? Okay, that sounds great. How are you going to do it? Well, that means you have to make $87,000 a week or a month. Okay, how are you going to do that? Okay, how many products do you have to sell? How many people do you have to reach? How many phone calls do you have to make? What do you do every single day to get there? So that's why we focus on process goals, not outcome goals. I bet when we go through the introductions and I ask why you're here, most of you are going to say, I want to lose weight and tone up. That's the number one answer. What that means to me is you want to lose body fat and you want to build muscle, which is great. I will tell you that just doing our workouts isn't going to be enough. Just changing your nutrition isn't going to be enough. You're going to need to work on your daily disciplines, which is sleeping enough, drinking enough water, coming in for your workouts, and making this a lifestyle. This is not about coming in here for 2 weeks. Just because you sign up for a 2-week trial, you are not going to get any results from doing that, right? So we got to think about those daily disciplines, and that's what we're going to help you. Well, the way we look at our program is we are a lifestyle, nutrition, and health coaching program that just happens to also offer workouts. If you were looking for a life coach or a nutrition coach or a coach to keep you accountable on a monthly basis, you would pay someone between $200 to $1,000 per month. I know this because I've been in coaching programs and I've ran them. But what you're going to get in addition to the coaching is the workouts. So we want to kind of reverse your thinking on that a little bit. It's not all about the 30 minutes that you're in there. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to work through some introductions. Why do we do this? It's because we want you to know you're not alone. There's other people that are starting our program. We usually have between 5 and 15 people every single week that start with us. So it's important to know that you're not the first person to ever want to get into shape. Okay? So we're going to work down the line, your name, why you're here, what you're looking to change, what brought you in the door, and how we can help you out. So we'll start right down here at the end.
Hey guys, my name is Adrajita. You call me Happy over here. And why I'm here, I'm here to lose weight. I've been trying to do this for some time. I've been successful to an extent, but I'm not able to push and reach my goal. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Number one thing that I would like to change about myself is I want to get more into fitness. I want to make it a part of my life.
So, said a lot of things that we all struggle with or deal with, which is being busy. Who's busier today than you ever thought you would be in your life? All of us, right? Okay, so can we carve out 30 minutes a day for ourselves? Absolutely. Hit the dreaded plateau. She's been working out. She saw some results. So what's the next step? How do we get unstuck? That's what we're going to help you with. My guess is going to be we need to change something up. It's either your nutrition, your sleep, your water, or your workouts, or all four. Okay, awesome. Go ahead, write down the line.
Hi, my name is Valeria, and I've been actually working out. I already lost 20 pounds.
Congratulations.
Yeah. But I haven't lost anything. And I go to the gym, but I just get really bored of doing the same thing.
Okay.
I literally do the same thing
Yes.
every day,
Okay.
and it gets a little boring. And well, I'm just trying to be more healthy, and I know that I am overweight, but I mean I can change. So I'm just trying to, and one change is to be more healthy and to reach my goal.
Yeah, beautiful. So same deal. Hit the dreaded plateau. How long did it take you to lose the 20 pounds?
Almost 2 months.
2 months. Awesome. That's a great start. So happy that you've already gone to the gym, started working out. But I would assume you're not a personal trainer. You don't have a background in muscle development and how to really work the body or nutrition. So you've taken your fitness about as far as you're probably going to get on your own, which is great. So now, what if we could get twice those results in half the time from having a little bit of help? Awesome. Fantastic. Right down the line.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. Why am I here? To lose weight. I have been successful losing weight just with my diet, but then I go off the diet and I get it all back. So
Okay.
I gotta do something different.
Yes.
Same results.
A dreaded 4-letter word. It's
And
the
I have-
worst one we have. Diet.
Yeah, and I have a huge sweet tooth.
Okay?
So that is just huge. Huge
Well, we have a
problem.
huge solution for it.
Okay, good.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal. Go ahead.
My name is Aya. I'm here actually to build muscles and have a stronger body. Lately, because I used to work out all the time. I quit for around 2 years because of my work, and I know that it's not healthy. So I'm thinking about myself, have a stronger body, build muscles, prepare for my summer body. And I want this to become part of my lifestyle. I need it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, hi. I guess I'm Varun. So why I'm here is to make me fit again because I used to work like 1 year before. After that, I was busy with the work and all these things. But I thought that if you want to be like active, you need to be fit.
Yes.
So that's my first goal. So in order to active, like daily working or doing all this kind of stuff will not work. So you have to be something more to do.
Mhm.
So that's why I thought that this is a good place to get me into the shape and the fitness basically.
Yeah.
So I can
absolutely.
get my regular sleep and everything will be in the complete.
All fall in line. You will be amazed at how fitness and an active lifestyle will bleed into every aspect of your life. From feeling better at work, feeling better when you go out on a date or going out in the evening or going on a vacation. When you have that confidence and you have that instilled within you, it's an amazing thing. Right now, if you went on vacation, you might not be the type of person that the first thing you think about is getting a workout in or what you're going to eat while you're away. I hope that changes over time. Okay? So, you guys all introduce yourself. Now you're going to learn a little bit about me. My name's Tom. I'm the owner here at Richardson Fit Body Boot Camp. My wife is sometimes here with me when we do this. That's why it said on that first page, Tom and Katie. But a little bit about me. Why did I open this Fit Body Boot Camp? I always wanted to do two things. Okay, I always wanted to have my own business, and I always wanted to be in the fitness industry. This goes back to when I was, a younger person. But like most people, I got into a career. I went to school for criminal justice. I used to catch shoplifters for a living for a long time. It was a lot of fun. Worked in the retail world for a couple of retailers. And then I moved over to the, I guess you'd consider it corporate world, had a 9 to 5. Everything was fine. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. We moved to Colorado, then we moved down here. Everything as far as the American dream was just fine for us. We have a house here in Richardson. My wife and I are happy. Everything was good, but I was bored out of my mind. And I knew that I was not really living my true passion, my true calling. What happened was my brother passed away. He was 33 years old. He died from heart failure. This is a picture of us at our wedding about 14 months before he died. We have heart problems in my family, on my father's side, all the way up the line. And he didn't live a healthy lifestyle, and it killed him. So after that, I really said, okay, I know I want to do this. This was really my push to do it. Life is short. You have one chance, so let's go out there and get after it. I got certified as a trainer, but even before this, when I was in my early 30s, 20s, when I was going through my career and I'm 5, 10, 15 years into it, the question was, well, if you go become a trainer, because you know you want to do this, what are you going to do? You're going to take 10 steps back and work with 18-year-olds at LA Fitness and be a part-time trainer. How are you going to fit that in? Is it going to pay the bills? Is it going to really be what it's going to be? So I knew I wanted to have something more than that. I knew that I wanted to have a gym and I wanted to offer people fitness, nutrition, and accountability. So luckily, I found Fit Body Boot Camp, and I did a ton of research. I actually worked at one for about 8 months before we opened out here, and it was 2 years to the day that my brother passed away that we actually purchased a franchise. I named our official business after him, and it's been amazing ever since. My wife now works here. It's been almost a year that she left her job and works here, and I will tell you guys from the bottom of my heart that we work way more hours than we ever did before. We make way less money than we ever did before, but we are way more fulfilled. We both had 6-figure jobs. Everything was great. We don't want that anymore. We want to work here. We want to help people. I will also tell you that we have enough members right now that everything's fine. We're paying the rent. Everything's good. We're paying our employees. Life is fine. Okay? We're here to help people. Bottom line. If you want to join us, we love that. If not, we want to help you find something that's going to help you out, because I don't want you, and this is the truth, I don't want you to die before you're supposed to. It's fine for you. You're dead and gone. Everybody else suffers. We've all lost people, right? It's really terrible, especially if it's early. So that's why I have the gym. That's why I don't mind working as much as I do. Who are we? What are we all about? We're all about spreading love, happiness, and having fun while we do it. We're about results, our community, and having fun. That's why it's written on the wall in the back. This is my wife, Katie, after one of our challenges that we did. This was her before, during, and 9 days after her pregnancy. I show you that because we live and breathe fitness. I did a men's physique show back in December. I've always wanted to do it. I finally did it because my son was being born. So I did that the month, about 4 weeks before he was born. I got 3rd place in my first show. That is not to show off or to brag to you. It's to show you that I can do it, you can do it. It was all nutrition. It was easy, to be honest. I hired a coach, okay, and helped me through it. This picture of my son, he's now 5 months old. This was his first trip to the gym. We're family-oriented people. This is our family. We have a lot of fun with what we do, and we let that bleed into our business, okay? So our goal is to explain to you why our program works, why things that maybe you tried in the past didn't work, and why we have this 3-pillar fitness formula that makes us actually the #1 fitness program in the world. There's 175,000 franchises, from everything from Molly Maids to Tiff's Treats to everything you could think of, Domino's Pizza and everything in between. Out of all of those 175,000+, we are number like 128 on the list of franchises. So we are the #1 fitness franchise and very high on the list overall out of 175,000. Okay, we keep getting recognized by Inc. magazine, Entrepreneur magazine, because folks love what we do. You're going to see some before and afters as we go through this. This is not, again, this is not to brag. This is to show you that it's real everyday people that are coming in here. You're walking in the door, you see it's people just like you working out with us. But you can get great results in our program. Happens all the time. I would say sometimes it's one of the bigger barriers that we have or questions we get is 30 minutes really enough? 3 days a week? I usually work out for an hour. Do you really, or are you on your phone? Are you walking from machine to machine? You're not really sure what to do? What's your intensity like during your workout? How's your nutrition? What are you doing the other 23 hours of the day? That's what we're going to help you out with here. So to answer your question, yes, 30 minutes is plenty. And what if I told you that your actual workout is only usually between 12 and 16 minutes? Okay? We base our workouts on science. It's called the afterburn effect, where you're going to burn calories for up to the next 36 hours after your workout here with us. Okay? So what is Fit Body Boot Camp? Like I said before, we're a coaching program that includes workouts. That's the way that I want you to think about this. I'll tell you what we are not. We are not your typical gym. We've all been there. Maybe some of you have gym memberships and you haven't been going. You've just been helping them out with their bank account every month, and it's just enough money that you're like, oh, I'll probably go, I might go, and it's no big deal. But I would bet they haven't called you because you haven't been in. They haven't helped you out with nutrition, right? The only way you're going to get any kind of communication is if your credit card doesn't go through, and that's probably going to be an automated email from them telling you to pay your bill, right? So that was really Kim texting you. That was really her calling you. She is not a robot, okay? She's a real person. and we're going to give you everything that you need to be successful. Fitness and losing weight is not as easy as they make it sound. It takes work, and it takes help from other people, and that's what we're going to help you with. So usually if you walked in, it's one of these reasons. We want to lose weight, of course. We want to tone up, hear it all the time. I want to gain muscle. I love that. That's what everybody's goal should be. Or we want to be a little more sexified, right? But only 4 reasons we usually aren't where we want to be. What you're doing isn't working. We're going to the gym, it stopped working. Okay, we're doing nothing. It's not working, right? What we were doing worked, but then it stopped working. We hit that dreaded plateau. How do we get unstuck? Or we can get it to work, we just can't stick with it, aka we need some motivation, some accountability. Tom, I need you to kick my butt. I need you to do X, Y, and Z. I will tell you, honestly, I cannot motivate you. I can't. I can hold you accountable. I can lead by example, which is what we do here. But I can't motivate you. It has to come from within. You have to have a reason. You have to have a breaking point on why you want to get started. And you have to focus on your why. Just like when my alarm goes off at 4 o'clock in the morning to come in here, I'm thinking about all of you. I'm thinking about myself, right? So why haven't we been successful? Like I said earlier, 3 pillars that you need to be successful. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's simple, but it's not easy. The nutrition plan we're going to give you, it's simple, but it's not easy. What's the hard part? It's those 6 inches in between those 2 ears. Telling you all kinds of stuff, right? Breaking those beliefs. It's trusting the process and it's going along with it. So we're talking about fitness, nutrition, and accountability. We all know we're supposed to work out and be active. If we could bottle up the benefits of exercise and put them in a pill, we would be gazillionaires and every disease on the planet would be solved, would be fixed. Okay? So workouts. 3 days a week is plenty. 3 to 5, 30 minutes a day is all you need. Nutrition. What to eat, how to eat it, how do you actually lose weight from our nutrition? Really taking a look at that. Again, simple, not always easy. And then, of course, it's only going to work if you actually do it. So accountability. We have built-in programs that are going to help you with your accountability and stay on top so you're actually following up with your program. So question for you, team. We're going to talk about fitness first. How is it that men in general lose weight faster than women? I will tell you, ladies, it's not because we're idiots or we're dumb or we're jerks. So I'd like to hear your guesses on this. How is it that men lose weight faster than women?
Metabolism, hormones.
Metabolism, hormones. Okay, you're on the right track.
Okay.
Why would my metabolism be faster than yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Other guesses? Okay, you're on the right track. We hear that a lot. Who in here, let me ask you this question, who in here has a slow metabolism? How do you know?
It's hard to lose
Even
weight.
if I don't eat, I put on weight.
Okay. So this whole metabolism word is made up. You don't have a slow metabolism. Did you get the metabolism test? No. Okay. I'm going to show you the easiest way to increase your metabolism. Okay. It's what we tell ourselves, right? Because it's hard to lose weight. And I'll tell you why it's hard to lose weight. You're on the right track, okay? So men, as we get fatter and heavier, we build muscle with our fat because we have testosterone, which is a hormone. Okay? So as I get 100 pounds overweight, I build muscle along with it. Ladies, you don't have that advantage. As you get heavier, you don't build nearly as much muscle as we do. Now, why would this matter when it comes to then losing the weight? Okay? I want you guys to do a little experiment for me and see if you can be the first people in history to be able to do this. I want you to flex your body fat on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Flex it. Can anybody do it? Okay, now I want you to flex those muscles. Ready? 1, 2, 3, flex them. Can we feel them? Okay, awesome. Have you ever had a fat cramp before? No, but you've had a muscle cramp before, right? Okay, so why does this matter? Why does this matter? Because muscle is metabolically active. Muscle burns calories on its own every single day without doing anything at all. Fat does nothing. So most of the time, we have more fat than we need and less muscle than we should. So if I have more muscle than you, and we're both 50 pounds overweight and we have 50 pounds to lose, but I have 10 more pounds of muscle than you do, we could do the same workouts, we could just eat the same food, I'm gonna lose more weight because I'm burning more calories every day because muscle burns 250 calories a day, about 5 pounds every day. Fat does nothing. So again, if I have an extra 5 pounds of muscle, I'm already at an advantage. I'm already burning more calories than you are every single day. Who's heard that muscle weighs more than fat? Okay, not really. A pound of anything is a pound of anything. What weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of hammers? So why is this important? Why are we going to go over your body scans? Because a lot of times we could start working out, we just focus on that silly scale and it doesn't move. Well, I've been working out, I've been eating right, but our body's feeling a little bit different. We're feeling tighter in tone, but we don't see the number on the scale. Well, what if you were losing fat and building muscle at the same time,
Yeah.
but you're only focused on that scale? But you feel different. Now, why would you feel different? Why would your clothes fit differently? Because muscle doesn't weigh less than fat. It takes up less room. It's denser than fat is. So maybe you were seeing results and you quit because you were focused on that scale. We're going to fix that for you today. So now can we see why we want to build muscle? This is your weight loss key. Just reducing your caloric intake or going on a diet is not going to be beneficial for you, ladies. Let me tell you why. A lot of times it's what we think about. Well, I need to eat less and I need to do cardio. That's how I lose weight. It's not. Okay? If all we do is reduce the amount of food that we're bringing every day, we're actually going to slow down our metabolism. And then if we're doing cardio and we're losing weight, my question to you is, what are you losing? If you're eating less food and doing cardio, chances are you're losing some body fat, but you're losing muscle. Then you're going to be even worse off with your metabolism than where you started. So what we need to start thinking about is eating more food. Yes, I said it. Eat more food and pick things up and put them down and pick them up again and put them back down and build muscle. And that's what we're going to focus on here in our program. Because I don't want you to lose muscle. I want you to maintain and gain muscle. I want you to look, we also want to lose weight and tone up. That means you want to lose body fat and build muscle. Talk about fat in the body. A lot of times we think about body fat on the outside. Are we concerned with that? Sure, we want to all look a certain way. What I'm more concerned with is what we call visceral fat, the stuff inside of our bodies that surrounds our organs and our heart, and this is the stuff that kills you. So yes, we all want to look a certain way, we want to see a certain number on the scale, but I'm more interested in keeping you fit for life. So we're going to go over your body scans. Kim's going to pass them out. This will give you a great idea of exactly where you're starting. Again, the reason we take the time to do this with you is we want you to be educated. Education is power. You can't just sign up for my program online and us not know your name and you show up and you come in with headphones on and nobody knows who you are. So we're going to start up at the top team. The first thing that says body composition analysis. This will tell you exactly how many pounds of these 4 substances you have in your body when we took your scan. The first one says body water. The numbers in bold are the exact amount of pounds of water that you had in your body. That should be about 50% of your total weight. Underneath that and some of the other numbers, you'll see parentheses with numbers. That's a range that you should fall into. Now for the water, if you're over your range, if you're overweight, you're going to be over your range because the more mass we have, the more water we retain. And water is in every single piece of our body, right? In our muscle, in our fat, everywhere. Underneath that it says proteins. That's all of the muscle in your body with all of the water sucked out. So now you know exactly how many pounds of muscle you have. And if you come over to where it says soft, lean mass, that's the water plus the muscle. So that's all of the muscle in your body and all of the water in your body. That's how many pounds of muscle and water you have. So now you know when you step on the scale, you're not all body fat. Underneath that it says minerals, that's your bone. That's how much bone you have in your body. That one, we want that to be high on in your range because we want good bone density. And then if we come over to where it says fat-free mass, that's your water plus your muscle plus your bone. So everything in your body except for body fat, that's how much you weigh. You will never weigh that much because you will be dead. Okay, we cannot survive without any body fat at all. Body fat is not the devil. We just want to have a healthy amount of it. Now, these 3 at the top, water, muscle, and bone, are they going to change as you go through the program and you change your body? Yes, they will. A little bit. Not by massive amounts. Your water, if you drank a gallon of water right now, it would go up by 8 pounds. If you go to the restroom, it will come down a little bit. If you lose weight, it's going to come down because you're going to retain less water. Your muscle, we hope that that goes up. Now, is that going to go up by 50 pounds or down by 50 pounds? No. Okay? This right here represents a pound of muscle, and I have these as visual representations because we need to realize that like a pound of muscle is a lot to add onto the body. Okay? And your bone. Is your bone going to change? Are we going to lose weight in our bone? I hope not. We're not going to cut you open and cut your bones out to help you lose weight. That's not a really healthy alternative to do that. So where are we going to see the big change? Of course, it's this last one, body fat. So that tells you exactly how many pounds of fat you have, a range that you should fall into, and then we take everything together, it will give you overall weight. This represents 5 pounds of fat. Okay, so again, adding that up, spread throughout the body. Underneath that, gives you a scale of where we should fall for our weight, our muscle mass, and our body fat. So for weight, we want to be in this gray bar here. That represents 85 to 115% of a healthy range for you. We don't want to be too far underweight. We don't want to be too far overweight. If we're up into the black, we want to get that down into the gray. Underneath that, skeletal muscle mass. This one at a bare minimum, we want it to be at that 100% in the middle of the gray. That means we have middle of the road, average amount of muscle for our body. We would like this one to be up into the black if we can. Again, the more muscle, the better. And underneath that, body fat. Obviously, we want this one down into the gray or below it, into the black.
Okay, so is it a problem if you don't have any black? Like I have no black, it's either white or gray.
I think the printer was low on
Oh,
hers.
okay, okay.
I'm sorry.
That's
I looked
scaring
at
me.
it
It's
before.
like, I have no black.
Okay, so yes. So these would
Should be black.
Would
Okay,
be black.
got it,
Yeah.
okay.
Ken, we need to switch out the ink in the printer.
Oh, no.
It's all
It's
good.
okay. No.
Yes. Okay. Now you'll notice that the numbers on the fat for the percentage at the top, they jump.
This little segment should be black, and that one should be black.
They jump by much bigger numbers for your body fat. They go from 100% quickly up to 200 and 300% of your range. Now, why is that? It's because that's where we can see the big swing. Okay, and that's what's most dangerous to us is the body fat. Coming down underneath that, you have your obesity analysis, so your BMI, body fat percentage. BMI is your height and your weight. Obviously, as you lose weight, that will come down. It's an okay measurement. It's not the best because it only takes into account your height and your weight. You and I could be the same height and the same weight. One of us could be in great shape. One of us could be in not so great shape. So it's okay, but it's not great. Body fat percentage, this is the one we want to focus on. How much of you is body fat? How much of you is everything else? For ladies, we want to be between 20 and 30% body fat, preferably at 25% or lower. For fellas, we want to be under 25, preferably right around 20. Now, why is this? Let's think about this. If we are 75% muscle and water and bone and 25% body fat, then even if we get off our diet, even if we don't work out as much as we should, we are much less likely to store body fat. Why? Because we have all that muscle mass, our metabolism is higher, and we're not going to hold on to as much body fat. That's why once you get lean, it's really easy to stay there because you're going to be burning more calories every day. It's harder to gain weight, body fat, when you're lean. Coming down underneath that, obesity analysis, waist to hip ratio. The idea here is we want the hips to be bigger than the waist. Why is this? Because if the waist is bigger than the hips, that means we're carrying around more belly fat, and we know that that's a risk. And when I say risk, I'm talking about metabolic disease. I'm talking about high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, dying before you're supposed to, hypertension, all the stuff we get put on medication for, which can all be reversed through diet and exercise. Visceral fat, this is the scariest part of the test. This does not discriminate based on your weight or if you think you're in shape or not. This is visceral fat, the stuff that we can't see that's internal. Okay, your body can only hold so much body fat out on its skin. Okay, but it can store a lot inside. So if we're up high into visceral obesity 1 or up into 2, very highly likely chance your cause of death is going to be heart failure. It's not going to be tomorrow, but that's what it's going to be. So how do we reduce that? The same way we reduce body fat, with a good nutrition and exercise. Underneath that, you're going to see 2 people down at the bottom. The one on the left side is going to show you exactly how many pounds of muscle you have in your arms, your legs, and your trunk. So now you know. We're down here, left-hand side, guy down at the bottom. Yeah. Handsome fella, isn't he? Muscle in your arms, your legs, and your trunk. Now, there's a dotted black line that's printed on there. I wanted to check.
Yeah.
Okay? What that should look like is a pentagon. It should be evenly spaced out. If it's not, if the top's taller than the sides, that means we're a little bit unbalanced and we have more muscle in those areas. We also want it to be on or outside of the blue line. The blue line represents balance between muscle and fat. So if we have it outside of the blue line, that means we have more muscle than fat. That's what we want. The guy on the right-hand side is the same thing but for body fat. Shows you exactly how many pounds of fat we have in our arms, our legs, and our trunk. And for that one, we want that dotted line to be on or inside of the blue line, which would mean we have less body fat than muscle. So now, how cool is it going to be in 6 weeks or 2 months from now or 3 months from now when you do another body scan, which we're going to give you along with your membership, that you can see exactly how your body changed. So there's no more guessing. There's no more stepping on the scale and trying to figure out what happened. You're now going to have the information. And if it doesn't move in the direction that you like, then we know what we need to do. Are we sticking to the nutrition, right? The scan doesn't lie, right? It's easy to tell ourselves that we're doing pretty well and that we're moving in the right direction, but now we have the real data to go along with it. Up on the upper right-hand side of the paper, it gives you your overall your comprehensive evaluation. The first one is going to give you a body type, okay? These are the different body types. The highest one is going to be obesity class 3. Then you have obesity class 2, 1, then overfat classes, pre-obesity, down into where we want to be. Where we want to be is into one of these 5. Athlete, muscular, overweight, standard, or fit. So how do we increase or get a better body type? We can decrease the body fat, decrease the weight, or do both. Okay, so my goal for all of you is to get into a better body type. Underneath that, it's going to tell you your biological age. That is not a typo. That is how old your body is versus how old you are. Usually when folks start with us, we're about 3 to 7 years over our actual age. I don't want that. We want it to be below your actual age. We want to add years to your life. So again, how cool is it going to be when we do another scan and you can see that you literally added years to your life? Happens all the time, usually within the first 30 days. Underneath that, your caloric need, you don't have to worry about that. We have that figured out with your meal plan. We know that counting calories is not the best way for most people to lose weight. We want you to have a good relationship with food. We're going to focus on portions and eating the right amount of food for your body. Visceral fat mass, that's the actual pounds of visceral fat. Again, this represents 5 pounds. So how much fat are we storing that we don't even see that's inside of us? Obesity score, we want it to be between -10 and +10. If we were high up here on our obesity stuff, chances are that's going to be high. Abdominal circumference, ladies, we want to be below 35 inches, and fellas, we want to be less than 40 inches. Then at the bottom, it's going to give you a score. That score goes all the way up to 120. Usually when folks start with us, they're around 60 on their score. So if this was a test for life, and the highest, 100% was 120, if we're at 60, you're at about a 50% for life. So how can we increase that? It's going to tell you next. The highest score we've ever seen is 109, and that was when I was prepping for my show. So I'm not expecting to get that high, but up into the 80s or 90s is where we want to be. So how do we increase the score? How do we get better? Right underneath that, it gives you a control guide. It gives you a target weight. How much should you weigh? We get 2 types of people when they see that number. People that say, well, it says 194, but if I could just get down to like 215, I'd be happy. Not in these 4 walls. You can do it. Stop selling yourself short. You can get to that number. Is it going to happen in 2 weeks? No. But that's what we want to shoot for.
So how are they coming up with that number?
So that is based off of your age, your height, your weight, your body, your muscle, your body fat, everything that's in there.
Because when I look up like,
I know, because it's only based off of how tall you are,
yeah,
which is
okay.
looking at your BMI.
Okay.
So throw that out the window. My BMI is still high. I weigh 210 pounds. I'm 6'2".
This is higher than what the charts say.
Good.
Okay.
I understand that.
Okay.
So for me, it says I should weigh 170 pounds.
Okay.
I don't want to lose 40 pounds. What is not taken into consideration is my body fat percentage and my muscle mass.
Okay.
Okay? Good question. Then it's going to say what you need to do to get there. Typically, that's going to say lose weight. Lose a total amount of pounds. Then it's going to give you muscle control. If it says plus and a number, that means we need to build muscle. If it says +0, that means you have enough muscle, but we still want to gain more, because the more we gain, then the less body fat we have to lose. Okay? And then it's going to say how much body fat to lose underneath that. And then finally down at the bottom, you have your sedimental lean mass. Shows you how many pounds of muscle you have in your arms, your legs, and your trunk. It's the same numbers from the guy down on the left-hand side. then it gives you a range of where you should fall, and then it gives you a word. So we want the word to all say the same thing for all 5, and we want it to all say fit, or we want it to all say well. If it says fit, that means we're in our range. If it says well, that means we're over our range. Again, not a bad thing to be over in muscle. If it says lack, that means we're under our range. And if it says different words, some fit, some well, that means we have body parts that we need to increase our muscle. Okay? So, the whole goal with going over this with you guys is A, to educate you, see some things that we're doing well in, and see some areas where we need to improve. Okay, so there's no more guessing game when it comes to losing weight and toning up. And we will give you another scan when you join our program, okay? So you can see those results. Okay, so that was talking about the body and workouts. Now we're going to move on to nutrition. We know that the key to sustainable weight loss is being able to actually enjoy what you eat, right? If you don't like kale, don't eat it.
Yeah.
If you don't like, pineapple, okay, it's fine. We get this question a lot. Is X good for you? Is X healthy? Is this food blah, blah, blah? If it comes from the earth, it's all good. It's all about portion control, moderation, okay? And a lot of times we get ahead of ourselves when it comes to nutrition. I don't want you thinking about going on a keto diet, doing intermittent fasting, all the other stuff that's out there. You don't need that. We have a 3-step process to our nutrition. Step number 1, on the meal plan you're going to get, it's going to focus on quality and quantity. Where's our food coming from? Avoiding processed foods. How much of it are we eating? That's step 1. Step 2 would be getting into looking at your macronutrients, how many grams of protein, fat, and carbs we're getting. And step 3 is going into those kind of next level things. Intermittent fasting, blah, blah. Most people never make it past step 1, and that is a good thing because that's all we need. Don't overcomplicate it. We want to keep it simple and make it work for you. Your nutrition plan is going to look like this. Kim will probably have it in your email here today. All I want you to do right now is look at this. We are not going to cover this today. You are going to set an appointment with Kim, and you're going to come to her with your questions after following the meal plan, and she's going to go over it with you. Okay, we've just learned that on day 1, nutrition, workouts, everything, it's too much usually. So let's start on coming in for our workouts, building up those habits. And I have a video explaining exactly how to follow this. It's in your app, and Kim will send it to you so you'll know exactly how to follow it. Like I said, simple, not always easy. But if you want results, you will follow this meal plan. Okay?
Sorry, on the meal plan, so is it telling me exactly what to eat, or are there choices?
There's choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will get that all today.
Okay.
Okay, talk about supplements. Now, when we get started off, very important that we're covering all of our bases. Okay? I want to make sure that we are fighting the aging process. We're getting in antioxidants, and we're getting in enough food. Okay? I get it. We're all busy, and there's things that we can definitely help you out with. The 2 products that you absolutely 100% should be taking are vitamin and our powdered greens. Why? I have my apple over there. We've been educating folks on this all week long. Oxidation, the aging process. Every cell in your body goes through this. We've all heard of antioxidants. A lot of times we don't know exactly what that means. The way that your body reverses the aging process is from getting fuel from other food sources. So when you eat the apple, you're taking in those antioxidants. Your body's using them for fuel. Okay? If we're focused on, if we're eating processed foods and not getting that in, your body is aging. And you can drink all the protein powder and do all the workouts you want. It's only going to get you so full. You've got to build that foundation. So a great way to get in antioxidants, get all of your micronutrients covered with the multivitamin and the powered greens. We just came out with this a couple months ago, 3 years in the making on the supplements, and $3 million invested in it because we demanded to have really high quality stuff. We actually just did a call with the formulator on this, and he was very proud that we asked for such high standards on our supplement line. Before and after your workout, we have a pre-workout to help you get through it. Branched chain amino acids to help you with recovery and soreness. And then throughout the day, we have our protein shakes and what we call Everyday Fit, which is an awesome product. Right now, we have a deal on this on the website, 55% off. I would definitely recommend that you guys pick that up, especially as you get started with us. On the meal plan, it says when to take them, and we have all that figured out for you. Okay? Some transformations as of late. This is all, the reason they're on the screen, this is all nutrition. These folks have all worked out with us for a while. They did our challenge at the beginning of the year where we had a meal plan for them. and we saw really great results. So 18 pounds in 6 weeks, 5% body fat loss, and someone that wanted a six-pack and just from changing the nutrition got it, okay? So again, it's not all about the number on the scale. This was only like 5 pounds of weight loss, but a 5% change in body fat because we increased the muscle and reduced the body fat. Last piece we're going to talk about, team, accountability. Question for you. What's the one thing that Olympic athletes, top performers, the CEO of your company, what do they have that you don't, but you think you can be successful without? I will tell you, it's not money, it's not motivation, it's not determination, it's not a gift from God with their abilities. So any guesses on what that is? No? Huh? Accountability, okay? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I think is the most important job in the world, and it's not just because I am one. The word is coach. A coach. Okay? And when you think about the word coach, I don't want you to just think about me. I want you to think about the most important people in your life that helped you out. We're talking teachers. We're talking parents. Maybe actual coaches. Maybe managers or bosses that you had at work. Mentors that you had. Professors in college. Where they saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself. And they took you along the path. The reason that you guys wanted to work with us is because I have the secrets. We have the formula. When we think about the word coach, it actually comes from back in the day when we used to travel around in a coach, a horse and buggy. That's what the word means. Or when we fly on an airplane, we sit in coach. Or we're on a train, we're sitting in coach, a carriage. Now what does that mean? That means a coach is designed to take you from where you are to where you want to go. And they're going to take you on a direct path. They're not just going willy-nilly, stopping over here, going over there. That's what our job is. The reason you're going to join our program is because we don't want you to make all the mistakes and try to spend years figuring this out. Because again, I would assume you don't have a background in exercise, nutrition, and you just want to come in and work out for 30 minutes and get your results. And that's what we're going to do for you. So a coach. So how do we coach you through the program? Kim is going to be your coach. She's going to be in touch with you, especially as you get started with us. And then we have monthly coaching that we do. So we have a theme every month where it's either going to be some sort of challenge or a theme, whether that's going to be meal prepping or nutrition or being nice to each other, daily practices. So this month it's doing 25 workouts in the month of June because we know summer is here, vacations are here. So our challenge is to do 25 workouts. Even if they're not here, if they're outside of here, I want you to check in on Facebook. Let us know that you did the workout so we can hold each other accountable. You're going to get a weekly coaching reach out from Kim. We do workshops here. Come out to our events, your body scans, the whole nine. So stay in tune. We already went over your goal setting, and I'm going to explain why we do it this way. Realistic goals. Step one is to focus on your first week. First week, what do we need to do to make that a successful week? And that's an easy question to ask yourself about it. Okay, what do I need to do to make this week successful, this day successful, this next hour successful? And we list out those 2 or 3 things. We don't want a list of 100 things because we'll never get them all done. Then we look at 30 days. So 30 days from now, what can we really accomplish? And I'm telling you, from seeing thousands of people do it, you can do a lot in 30 days. But it's about what we do every day that adds up to those big things. Then we look at 90 days. We're going to ask you for a 90-day commitment in our program. We know if you make it to 90 days, it's becoming a lifestyle, and you're in it to win it. Then we look at 6 months and 12 months. Now, I will tell you the 90, the 6 months, and the 12 months, those can change. But the idea is to get something down on paper and start working towards it. We have to know what the target is so we can start working towards it. Some community stuff, we're really big on our community, and you guys will see that as you come in here. We do a couple of things. We do a member of the month, so there's a jar right there. Your goal is to get voted on by your members, by your other members here for member of the month. Why would you want to do this? Because you want a free membership here and you want to be recognized. We all love recognition. So we vote for members of the month. We count up the votes. You take a picture. We do a big celebration. You end up on the board. You get a special water bottle. You get a gift card. And at the end of the year, you get put in a raffle to win a free 1-year membership. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is learn other people's names. Work out with them. Push them. Encourage them. Vote for other people. Get voted for member of the month. We do our rank ups and our all-stars. So you guys are all technically newbies. That's why we took your picture this morning. That's why you got that wristband. So every time you rank up, your next goal is to hit 25 sessions on our board, and then 50, and then 100, and so on. We know once you get to 50 workouts, there's no turning back. Okay? You're going to get a new wristband. You're going to get a picture with the sign, and we're going to track those for you so you can see your results. So we'll get a magnet up on the board for you. You're going to be introduced to our Transformation Tuesdays. Every Tuesday we send out a transformation with a before and after. Maybe you've gotten some of them if you get our emails. We do events where we go out and have fun. So last month we went and did a charity event where we packed meals. We've done bowling, sand volleyball, all kinds of stuff. Next month we're going to go do a tug of war and raise money for animals. So if you guys want to participate in that, please do. We do a lot of challenges internally.
How do we participate?
We just tell you all about them, and you either sign up or show up. Yeah. We have over 700 locations, so you can work out while you're away. You can do travel workouts. They're in your app. I have you covered there. Why I'm saying that is it's summertime. There are no excuses if you're not here. Okay. We're going to talk about joining our program. We offer weekly payment options. You cannot put your membership on hold for a week. Okay. You're still going to get coached even if you're not here. We have a private Facebook group. That's where you guys are all going to join so you can stay in tune with what we have going on. We do our charity check-ins. We're big on giving back. So every month we have a charity that we give to where you check in on Facebook or Instagram. And then we have a referral program where you get paid to bring in your friends. I'm going to touch on the charity real quick. So every month we have a different charity that we give to. We're partnered with this company called Sweat Angels. Okay, and they choose a global charity each month. Each month, every check-in here on Facebook or Instagram on your location represents something for the charity. So this month we're planting trees. Every 10 check-ins equals a tree planted. Now why do we do this? A, we love to give back. The more you check in, the more we give to the charity. But it's also good for you for your accountability. We all have those friends that check in a little bit too much. Oh, you got my workout in, this, that, and the other thing. That's good. We want you to have that accountability, but we also want to spread the word of giving back. Some community stuff. This is our 2-year anniversary party. Here's a Transformation Tuesday, sand volleyball, ugly sweater party, a couple more Transformation Tuesdays. So we have a lot of fun with what we do here. Recommendations on your workouts, and don't worry team, we're almost wrapped up. Listen to your body. Oh, body. Yeah, I'm sore. Okay, take a break. 3 to 5 workouts a week should be plenty. Do not overdo it. I heard you say you want to work out every day. I would caution you on that. I don't want you to work out every day. I want you to enjoy your life. I want you to make this a priority, but I also want you to rest up and recover. Okay, we can't have the body constantly in a state of breaking itself down. 3 to 5 workouts is plenty. We want to focus on recovery and the fundamentals. Don't work out like a crazy person. Okay? I've worked with lots of people. We've had people that come in here 6 days a week and their body never changes because they think workouts are going to solve everything. I would rather give you your time back and have you focus on nutrition as well to see those results. We are experiencing this now. A little tired, a little sore in our first week. It will get better, I promise. The app. You guys all should have this downloaded. You need to have this downloaded. Why do we do this? We're going to ask you to reserve your sessions. Have you ever thrown a party or a wedding or something like that before? Yes? You want to know how many people are coming. You want to know how much food to have? Okay. Well, I want to know how much equipment to have out. I want to know if I need a second trainer out on the floor. I want to know who's coming in. Okay, I know that Vanessa has a problem with her knee, so we're doing those squats. I need to get some other weights out or have a different option out there. Okay, that's what we do. We review that before you guys come in the door. So you're going to reserve, and then you're going to check in when you get here. You check in because that gives you credit for your workouts. We send out notifications through there. You can get deals on our supplements and some other stuff in there. We have your travel workouts, your supplements, and nutrition info all right inside the app. There's a reward program. We'll run challenges through there. You can refer your friends right there inside of the app. Our schedule, 38 sessions a week. Same times in the mornings as the evenings with that 8:15. Popular during the school year when we're dropping the kids off, and then our 3 sessions on Saturday. So lots of opportunity to get your workouts in. We do have a different program that we offer. It's called our Ultimate Transformation Program. It's a 12-week personal training program that also includes boot camp. We're in week 2 of that right now. If you're interested in joining that, then we can chat about that. Rules of the gym. Rule number 1, the most important rule, be nice or leave, please. Now, why do I have this up there? It's not because I think you're going to come in and be mean to everybody. It's because I want you to know everybody here is really nice. The only people that ever walked through the door that weren't nice, they didn't last very long because it was like, this was like poison to them because everybody in here is so nice. Okay? Please be ready to work out and arrive early. Now, why is this? Yes, we want you to be on time. It's disruptive if you're not. But it's more important for you to have your mind right. If you come in here rushing and you know you're late, oh, Tom's gonna be mad at me. I'm not gonna be mad at you, but it's about you getting in your workouts, 30 minutes of your day. Make it a priority. Treat it like a doctor's appointment, because that's how important it is. Probably gonna get much more out of this 30 minutes than you do when you go and see your doctor. He sees you for about 3 minutes and probably doesn't even know your name unless he looks at your chart. Carry in a clean pair of shoes. No outside shoes in the gym on the floor. Why is this? We're about health and happiness. We want to keep you healthy. I don't want to roll around in stuff that's on your shoes. You don't want to roll around in stuff that's on the bottom of my shoes. Personal hygiene. Make sure we are checking our odor at the door. Okay, BO. Take a shower once in a while. Watch the perfumes and colognes. Just make sure we're fresh as a daisy when we come in. If something hurts, stop doing it. Ask us for help. Reserve your sessions like we mentioned before. Check in when you get here. Don't be a chatterbug, okay? No one else in here cares about what you did this weekend. I mean, they might if they're your friend, but the other people, they were here for their workout, okay? And it's super distracting to us when we're running the session and we have folks chatting, or if you come in late. If you are more than 3 minutes late for your workout, we're going to ask you to sit out. That's 10% of your workout. If you miss 10% of your workday, I don't think your boss will be very happy, right? So if you miss three minutes, we're going to ask you to sit out. We don't want you to miss the warm-up. We don't want you to miss the demo. And eat something before you come in.
Like what do you suggest we eat before if we're coming in the mornings?
Yeah, half a protein shake and a bite of a banana, just something so your blood sugar doesn't drop, so you're not cold and crying and sweating and shaking in the corner on the floor. Okay. Everybody's a little bit different than that, but I always recommend eat something because we want to be using the fuel in our body for our workouts, not breaking down muscle. So I know that was a lot of info. We're going to talk about now joining our program. Okay, you guys are all here for our trial, which is awesome. We love you to come in and try us out. I want you to be able to make a great decision if you want to join us or not. So hopefully after going over the scan, we talked about lifestyle, we talked about that. We realize it's going to take more than 2 weeks to get to our goal, right? So what we're going to offer you today is an opportunity to join us. Here's some more before and afters. I will tell you that these three folks in particular took a long time to join our program. Came in, tried us out a few times, wasn't really sure, weren't really ready to commit. And once they did, I can't get rid of them now because I love them. Okay, so see really good results. One of our biggest losers, 50 pounds down so far, but you have to make the change and commit to yourself. So what we're going to do for you is when you join our membership after your 2 weeks is up, number one, your actual 2 weeks is going to start on Monday. So I know you already started this last week. You ladies started today. Great. To give you some extra free time, you're going to start on Monday. That's going to be the start of your free 2 weeks. Okay? When you roll into a membership after your 2 weeks is up, you won't pay any enrollment. Now, what is enrollment? It's usually $99. Why is this? Because your membership dues pay for your training, right? Pay your trainers. Doesn't pay for things like the remodels and the equipment and the extra stuff that we have. Okay? But that will get waived if you roll right into a membership. We also don't have to, meet with you again. You know exactly what to expect. You're going to get an extra body scan that you can use at any time. The way we do the body scans is the first week of the month. You can schedule to come in and do your body scan to check your results. So you're going to get one more. After that, they're $49 per scan or 3 for $99. So I already gave you $100 of value from doing the scans and going over them with you. The reason that we do this is that machine was almost $10,000. For the folks that want to track the results, we want you to do that. So most people will buy a pack of 3 and do them every 2 months or so. Okay? It's a great way to keep you on track. You're going to get your accountability coach and be in the Facebook group, your nutrition, all of the benefits of being a member. So we have 2 options for joining our program. Now, during your 2 weeks, you are going to be unlimited, meaning you can come in here and work out as much as you like. Okay, but what we've learned over time is not everybody wants unlimited. So folks were asking for a different option. So we also have a 3-day-a-week program. So what you're going to do in these first 2 weeks is you're going to decide, is 3 days a week right for me, or is unlimited right for me? Okay? And then what we do is we do weekly options on the payments. The 3-day-a-week program is only $34 per week. The unlimited is just $40 per week. Now this is not a weekly membership, it is a monthly membership. And what we ask you for is a 90-day commitment. So when you join after the 2 weeks, you're in for 90 days. Okay, so you're going to be responsible for those payments for 90 days because we want you to come in. After those 90 days are up, it's a 30-day cancellation. You want to cancel at some point, tell me. 30 days from that point, your membership will be over. Yes, you will make your payments for those last 30 days. Why do we do this? Would you want 30 days notice if you were no longer getting a paycheck or had to pay your bills or had some sort of change? I need 30 days to replace you with somebody else, because obviously we have expenses here that we need to take care of, and we want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you want. So that's how our program works. Kim has some sheets she's going to pass out to you guys, which will explain exactly what I just explained, which will give you the extra time, the body scan, the whole 9, and then the membership options for afterwards. If you're sitting here today and you're saying, I am not sure, that's fine. Your 2 weeks started when you don't want to fill out the paperwork, that's totally fine with me. Your 2 weeks started when it started. When you want to join our program, there will be the $99 enrollment. Okay? The membership prices are the same, and you won't get that extra body scan. If you don't want to do the membership, when your 2 weeks is up, just tell us. You're not locked into anything that you don't want to do. Okay? So that's how our program works.
Okay, so I have a question.
Please.
So, I saw on Facebook, I did a 21-day thing.
I know you
And then
did.
I went out of town, and then the tree fell in my house, so then she gave me the 14-day thing.
I know.
So,
Yep.
I do the 2-week thing, and then I start the 21-day thing, cause I owe you.
No,
money.
you're going to go into a
I-
membership.
Oh.
We're all squared away on that.
Oh.
We held your spot. You weren't
Oh.
able to take advantage of it,
Okay.
so you're going to do this, and then you're going to go into a
I
membership.
got you. Okay, so that's done.
All
Okay.
done.
Got it.
I have a question. Because I travel a lot,
Yep.
sometimes it's like for 10 days.
Okay.
So what will happen in this case?
You'll travel and have a great time, and we'll give you workouts to do while you're away, and you'll go to a Fit Body Boot Camp if there's one where you're going.
Ah, there is?
There's 700 locations.
There you go.
700.
Yeah.
That seemed like a big number to me.
This is that song that Katie was singing.
I really don't like it.
Okay, and so then all the products are extra.
Yeah.
Supplement? Oh, yeah.
And so what do they range?
What do they range?
Price.